Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to be bringing you guys this video because it's a little bit more in depth about this metal matte palette from Kat Von D that I picked up at the Makeup Show Dallas. There is a tutorial that's going to be attached to this video, so if you want to see the look that's on my face, just stay tuned. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes. I've gotten a lot of questions about this palette, especially about the texture of the eyeshadows, particularly the metallic shadows up top. They do perform just as well as the individual singles that you purchase, like at Sephora and stuff like that. They do feel just as nice and smooth and buttery. Now these metallic shadows do contain dimethicone in them. So I've gotten a few questions just about, comparable shades and things like that. And as far as the texture goes with that dimethicone, they're just really smooth, really pigmented. I mean, you get intense color payoff in one swipe with these. The only thing in my collection that I can compare these to are the Makeup Forever shadows that I own. Now, I don't have any Makeup Forever singles, but I do have several Makeup Forever palettes. And of course, the Makeup Forever shadows contain dimethicone as well. So, like for example, this beautiful palette that came out, was it last year, I think? The gorgeous kind of like orange glittery palette from Makeup Forever. It was a holiday one that I picked up at Sephora inside of JCPenney. So this one I think has some just basically a comparable texture. I wouldn't say it contains any dupes, but the texture feels very similar as far as the ingredients and just the way that it performs and feels and blends on the eyes and on the skin. I would say these would be the most comparable formula to the Kat Von D Metals eyeshadows. The mattes in the palette performed very well. They were smooth and creamy. I didn't get any fallout on my face that I had to clean up during while I was doing my eyes, so that was really, really nice. Even though I do typically do my foundation after I do my eye makeup, just in case there is any fallout, I typically do my foundation after I do my eyeshadow. But honestly, with this palette, I don't think that's something you'll have to be too concerned about. Just because the mattes are creamy, they're smooth, there's no fallout, and then the dimethicone, I feel like inside the metal shadows really binds them together and keeps them smooth, so that you don't have those kind of like sparkly pieces dripping down on your face, because I don't actually see anything that has there's nothing that has like chunky hardcore pieces of glitter. I know a lot of Urban Decay shadows have like chunky pieces of glitter that have a tendency to kind of fall down on your face, but these do not do that, and I'm pretty sure that dimethicone base just makes everything kind of grab and hug. So love the formula on both the metals and the mattes. Fantastic palette, definitely worth picking up if it's something you feel you need to add to your collection. So just keep on watching if you'd like to see the look that's on my face. So first we're going to go into the shade Suede. It is one of the matte shades. We're going to just start blending that all through the crease and just a little bit above. This is going to be a transition shade. It's also going to act as a nice base to help our other shadows blend really nicely. Just keep blending, ladies. Blending is cardio. I'm just packing just a little bit more on just to make sure I have a nice smooth base. Then next I'm going to go into Velvet, which is one of my favorite shades. It's a very, very rich smoky burgundy type of shade. And I'm going to be using a MAC 239, actually a MAC 217 brush, not my 239. So I'm going to be taking that 217 and just kind of blending that through the crease and just adding more and more color and really building it up so I can get the depth that I want. Just keep blending, just right through the crease, a little bit above. That Suede shade is really helping with the blending too. Just pulling it out just a little bit towards the tail of my eyebrow. Then I'm going to be packing it on my other eye, and then we're going to just start adding colors. We're just going to start adding a few more layers of color. These shadows are very pigmented, but this is going to be my smoky shade because I'm not going to be using any black for this look, so I'm just going to continue to build up that velvet until I get the darkness that I want. I'm just packing a little extra on my outer V. For this look, I'm really just going to be concentrating in 4 colors, so this should be very easy to recreate, I hope. Next, I'm going to be taking Flash, which is one of the metallic shades, on my MAC 239 brush, and I'm going to be packing that all over my lid. It's very pigmented, very smooth. It glides on really, really nicely, and you can see the pop that it gives. It's very, very intense. And there is no fallout, which I really, really like. So these are shadows that you can absolutely do your foundation first if you like. Just packing a little bit more color on, just building up a little bit more intensity. Then I'm going back in with that velvet shade and kind of blending out the flash just to make sure there are no harsh edges. And then I'm going to go into Glitz, which is another metallic shade. I'm going to be using that for my brow bone highlight. And then I'm taking a clean MAC 224 brush and just buffing out all the edges to make sure everything is nice and smooth. Okay, get in frame, girl. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm just cleaning up my outer edges so everything stays nice and sharp. Adding just a little bit more velvet because I am a perfectionist. Then I'm going back into Glitz because I want to use that for my inner tear duct highlight. So I'm just packing a little bit of that on with a pencil brush. Then next I'm going to take my Urban Decay Perversion 24/7 liquid liner. It is super jet black, it's waterproof, and it glides on top of these shadows so well. It doesn't lose any of its intensity even on top of these shadows with the methicone. And I'm just making a nice sharp wing because your girl loves a wing. I think everything looks better with a wing on it. Then next I'm grabbing my favorite drugstore mascara, my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black, and I'm going to literally pile it on. I probably will put about 10 coats. I can't get enough. My lashes are wimpy and I want them super jet black and full. I'm still adding. I like to coat the top and bottom of my lashes just in case any eyeshadow fallout got on the lashes. The mascara really helps like clean it off and cover it up. Then it's time to put a wing on that other eye. Take that wing out as far as you like it. It's always easier to do one specific eye than it is to do the other. I think a lot of people feel that way. Then I went back to my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara yet again, rolling it on the top of my lashes and on the bottom. I do like to roll that wand because I don't use a lash curler, so this really helps give me some curl and some lift to the lashes. And yet again, piling on a bunch of coats. It's what I do. I'll probably need to go get another one of these mascaras next week. That's how much I use. And I went back in again, little Tammy Faye Baker moment, but don't worry about it. It's going to look great. Then I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix Fluid on a 170 brush, and I'm just buffing that in all over the skin. This is shade NC42. Buffing, buffing, buffing. I want everything to be smooth and seamless. And nice and very well blended. We always want our face to match our neck. Now I'm adding on my prolongwear concealer in the shade NC35. I'm just dabbing it on with the Beauty Blender sponge, and then I'm blending it out with an e.l.f. concealer brush. It's time to get that other under eye area blended out now. All those dark circles are nice and covered by that nice creamy matte concealer. It is my fave. It does not crease on me, which is really, really nice. So I am going to be setting that under eye concealer with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is my holy grail powder. I will purchase this until they stop making it, which I hope is never. I'm just setting all that concealer on my face. And yes, again, I'm going back in with a little bit of that velvet. I do have hooded lids, so sometimes I get a bit of transfer from my lid shade. So next I'm going in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium Dark on a fluffy powder brush by Real Techniques. And I'm just setting the rest of my face. And then I grab my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and then I'm just doing a little bit of contouring on those chubby cheeks, right on my jawline. I'm going to be rubbing that on my forehead and temples and just kind of warming up the skin and adding some dimension back. Pile it on, girl. Carve out those cheeks. Just getting that nice and blended and warmed up. Next, I'm grabbing my new Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit. I'm going to grab the shade Pink Heart, and I'm just going to start adding some glow all over those cheekbones and all over the high points of the face. I'm a little obsessed with this palette. I think it's gorgeous and just such unique shades. There we go. I'm just hitting right down the bridge of the nose, all over the tops of the cheekbones, kind of dragging it back to the temple because I like to over highlight. And then I'm just going to take that same Shade and Light contour palette and just do a little light contouring on my nose, not too heavy, just a little bit. And just blending that out really, really well. And then now I'm just taking some of the Essence Black Gel Twist Up Liner, kind of running that into my waterline and my inner rim. I just like to keep that nice and black, especially for smoky looks. I think it just really intensifies it and makes it look just deeper and sexier. And then I'm going to go back into that velvet shade because I want to start smudging that in the lower lash line. I'm just placing it really gently into my lower lashes. You don't want to tug or pull on the eye area. And I'm taking it almost all the way into the inner corner. And then next I am going to grab a pencil brush from MAC because I just want to really smudge out those edges and get it soft and smoky looking so it's not too harsh under my lower lash line. There we go. Get it blended, girl. All right, just checking myself again. Just adding a little bit more depth in that crease because I can't help myself. I just have to smoke everything out. There we go. A little winking and checking kind of helps. And then, of course, here I come again with that L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. I want my bottom lashes just as black as the top, so I'm going to add a few coats down there. And, of course, weird looking faces. I think everybody looks crazy weird when they put on mascara, but that's all right. We're in the home stretch now. We'll be done very soon. I hope you ladies love recreating this look. So next up, I'm taking my Whirl Lip Pencil by MAC. It is my favorite pinky brown lip liner on earth. So I'm going to fill in my lips just a bit with this and really define my Cupid's bow. There we go, just getting it smudged in and just dragging it down just a bit. And then next up, I'm taking my new Studded Kiss lipstick from Kat Von D in the shade Lovecraft. I think it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful, like, pinky mauve shade. Kind of got out of frame there. Sorry about that. And then right now I'm putting on my Mocha blush from MAC. It is one of my favorite matte shades. It's a nice mauve shade as well. And then I'm just highlighting my Cupid's bow with a little bit more of that pink heart highlighter. And there's the finished look, ladies. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. I hope you enjoyed this look, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care. Bye-bye.